Thank you for the International Administrative Professionals Week 2024. Thank you for all administrators. Thank you for how far you are helping us to add values to our organizations. Almighty God, we ask that you take charge of today's presentation, grant the facilitator utterance, and let every one of us learn and be better off. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, faithful Father, for answer prayers. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. Yes, good evening, esteemed administrators. On behalf of the host and convener of the Administrators Hub, I wish us all happy International Administrative Professionals Week 2024. The 1 week celebration, which started since Sunday, has been awesome and mind-blowing based on the unique ways that we have been celebrating ourselves. The theme for this year's week is From Behind the Curtain to Center Stage, Discover the Possibilities. In line with this, the celebration would not be completed and fulfilling if we do not take our time to equip ourselves with requisite knowledge that will take us from behind to limelight indeed. That is the reason why today we'll be privileged to have an astute and renowned administrator that will be making a presentation on the topic titled The Professional Administrator, Emerging from Obscurity into Limelight. It is on this note that I therefore urge us all to maximize this unique opportunity and pay rapt attention during the presentation to further equip ourselves for the journey to limelight that is ahead of us. You are welcome. All right, now
Is it me? I can't hear anything now.
No, it just
I
went
think
off
somehow it has ceased.
Hmm.
Okay. I want to. Can I be heard?
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you very
Okay.
clearly.
Okay. Mr. Samdari, can you please take the facilitators? Is it possible for you to take his profile? Because I think that is where we are. You don't have it readily with you. No
I don't have
problem.
it ready. Yes,
Readily with you.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. The ME was supposed to take it, and looks like it's gone off air at the moment. We will just.
can you hear me now?
Okay,
Yes,
now
we can hear
welcome
you.
back. Yes, we were not hearing
Yeah.
you, so it means that you will have to start from the very beginning.
Wow.
If you
All
have
right.
not read, if you have not read, or rather, if you have read, if you think you have read part of the profile, we didn't hear anything. So it means you
All
have to
right.
start from the beginning. Thank you.
I was actually trying to take the announcement.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I was trying to take the announcement. Um, can you still hear me?
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, please. We can check the platform because of our time for the announcements. May I invite Mr. Samdare to take the citation of the presenter? Thank you.
I
Mr.
don't have
Diary
it.
does not have it readily with him. Please take it.
All right, ma. Brief.
I think we are having issues with Mr. Ibitoye's network. Can I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, so I think I will take up that responsibility and read Mr. Kindele's citation. Please give me some time to get to that. We're so sorry, audience, for this each. I want to believe that. Okay. So let me quickly read this brief citation on Mr. Olukayode Emmanuel Akindele, former registrar, Redeemers University, Ede. Mr. Akindele graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in November 1988 from the Department of Agricultural Extension and Rural Sociology with a Bachelor of Agriculture degree. He also bagged a Master of Environmental Management degree in 2005 from the then University of Ado-Ekiti, now Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti. Mr. Kindele started his working career from the World Bank-assisted Ondo State Agricultural Project, Akure, between 1990 and 1996. And from 1996 to 1998, he was the Training and Information Officer with the Ekiti State Agricultural Development Program, Ikole Ekiti. Between 1998 and 2000, Mr. Akindele served in two organizations, namely Leventis Foundation Agricultural School, Elisha, and the Petroleum Trust Fund National Rural Water Supply Program. And in 2001, Mr. Akindele joined the services of Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, as an administrative officer 1, where he rose through the ranks to the post of deputy registrar in 2015. He went on a one-year visiting appointment to Wesley University, Ondo City, between 2016 and 2018, where he served as deputy registrar in charge of academic affairs. Mr. Akindele is a member of various professional bodies, among which Association of Nigerian University Professional Administrators, Nigeria Institute of Management Chartered, Association of University Administrators, now Association of Higher Education Professional Administrators, United Kingdom, Association of American University Administrators, USA, Association of Commonwealth Human Resources Network, African Network for Internalization of Education, Kenya, and the Higher Education Faculty Administration, South Africa. He's widely traveled and has embarked on many study visits to other institutions like Oxford University, Oxford Brookes University, Oxford University of Reading, Whitney and Abingdon University, University of Manchester, UK. Others include the University of Dar es Salaam and the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Mr. Akindele served as registrar of Redeemers University Ede from June 12, 2018 to June 11, 2023. He became the public relations officer of the Association of Registrars of Nigerian University ANU on October 30, 2020 until December 2022. Is passionate about self-development and empowering others. He has written and presented a number of papers at different fora for administrative and teaching staff. He currently serves as Deputy Registrar in the Directorate of Advancement Linkages and Alumni Relations at Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti. And he took up that role in June 2023 and is still on that role. Mr. Akindele has delivered lectures on university administration at many institutions across the country, such as Redeemers University, University of Ibadan, Landmark University, Omaron, Nigerian Defense Academy. He writes a Christian daily devotional titled The Most Blessed since January 1, 2004. He's happily married with children. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome on board this afternoon, Mr. Olukayode E. Akindele. Thank you, sir, for agreeing to do this for the administrators all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fola. I appreciate you dearly for this invitation. I welcome our brother, Oladayo Bitoye and also our brother Sam Dari. It's a privilege to be the sixth presenter on this administrative hub. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. I know the hub has quite a number of people. As at
Yeah.
this afternoon, when I was checking, I found about 251 people already on the platform, and membership is drawn from all over the world. So it's a privilege to be here today to speak to us on the professional administrators emerging from obscurity into limelight. I want to crave your indulgence to share my screen. Uh, please permit me.
We're waiting for it.
Okay. I'm trying to do that now. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to see if I can do it from my end.
Okay, it's uploading. I can see from here that
okay.
is processed.
Okay.
Yeah, can.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the theme for our discussion. And once again, I want to thank you for inviting me to this platform. My sister, we have been together for some time now, since our paths crossed in the administration of university. So since about 73 years ago, this body has been put together, International Administrative Professionals Week. This is the 73rd anniversary. It was originally called the National Secretaries Week. And we are here today, courtesy of our sister. I must confess that this is the very first time I will be partaking of this week. And we are going to make the very best of this opportunity. Who is a professional? Let's begin from there. I like to start as an extension man. We like to start from known to unknown. So a professional is someone who can do his best work when he doesn't feel like it. You have seen those who box. It takes a lot to become a professional boxer. It takes a lot to be a professional wrestler. Even when they have fights, maybe a long time, you will see them already practicing rigorously. If you don't practice, if you don't do what you need to do in the secret, one will be disgraced openly. And that is just the very first point of a professional. You have got to do what you have to do, even while nobody is watching. The professional has learned that success, like happiness, comes as a byproduct of work. The professional concentrates on the work and allow rewards to come or not to come. So they are not bothered. First of all, they do what they love what they do, and they go all out to ensure that this is what they are all out to do. You know, difference between a novice and a professional. A novice will pay attention to the sweet side. when it is not sweet, they dump it. But a professional will leave no stone unturned. A novice will tend to avoid the unpleasant task. And I want to let you know that quite a number of administrators, there are people who may even, you may want to take them to places where they are going to work. They may decide, or they may not be willing to go to such a place. But somebody who is ready to become a professional will not care. We go there to go and excel. So a professional engages in purposeful practice to tackle and solve problems. Whereas a novice will just make less progress, running in circles. And a novice will stay even at the comfort zone, but a professional will grow beyond the comfort zone to the growth zone. And so today, what we are asking every one of us to do is to ensure that we do not remain at our comfort zone. We need to move further. Who is an administrator? He is the person that manages or supervises execution. He or she is the person who administers especially business, school, governmental or non-governmental affairs. Administrators, they get things done. Now, administrators also possess what I call extreme ownership mentality. That's why it's difficult for administrators to go on strike. Even in public universities, you'll find out that administrators will still find a way to ensure that they keep things going on. So they have extreme ownership mentality. Now, two types of administration. You have the public and the private administration. The public, you see them in public universities, public organizations. They deal with the activities of the government. Whereas private administration deals with the management of private businesses. Churches have administrators. Hospitals have administrators. Everywhere you go, you will know that there are people getting things done there. So they keep getting things done. Who then is a professional administrator? Let's marry both terms together. I've been in the university setting since 2001, and there are 5 categories of administrators in the university. So also in any school, in any university, polytechnic, any institution, we have 5 different types. They are policy administrators. We also have the policy administrators are those in council, those serving on Senate. We also have academic administrators, academics in administration, professionals in administration, such as doctors, accountants, and the rest. And of course, career or professional administrators. What do I mean by career or professional administrators? This last group, they are the ones who consist of graduates primarily engaged with into administrative officers cadre in the registry. And let it be very clear that the registry operates as the heart in a human body. You know what the heart does in the body? If the heart is not functioning well, the entire body will know that the heart is malfunctioning. And so also, if the registry is not working well, you can be sure that it will show, even right from the gate of that organization. So I also want to say that administrators are like the operating system to a computer. An operating system is what operating system is to a computer. So are the professional administrators in their institutions or organizations. Faulty operating system will affect performance, security. It will also affect usability. Everything in the system will be affected when the operating system is not functioning well. So also is the registry, is So also, if the professional administrators are not performing below expectation, you can be sure that things will not work out well. Now, what is the state of the heart? When the heart is functioning optimally in the human body, there is healthy circulation, the blood pressure is normal, the pulse rate is excellent and stable. There is increased capacity to exercise the organs, and you are most likely to, in fact, to be able to do so many things when the heart is working very well. You can perform at your peak. Then there is reduction of risk of diseases, and the quality of living is increased. Now let's compare that to administrators. When professional administrators are at their peak performance level, there are efficient operations, effective leadership, strategic planning, and execution takes place. Then free flow of communication, student and staff succeed, proper stakeholders engagement, enhanced research and scholarship support, and promotion of diversity, inclusion, and equity. So, but when the registry or when the professional administrators are not working well, you can be sure that communication will not flow steadily. So, what are the responsibilities of administrators? In the university where I know so well, the responsibility of a professional administrator arise from those of the registrar. The registrar is the chief administrative officer of the university. And even in that, your private organization, whosoever is working in the private institution, you have somebody who is also holding a position like that of the registrar. In some organizations, they call them chief operating officer or chief administrative officer, as the case may be. So the registrar and the chief administrative officer is responsible to the vice chancellor for the day-to-day administration of the university, except matters that affect finance, where the bursar is the one who will be responsible for that. And then things that pertain to library, the university librarian is also in charge of that. The registrar or the chief administrative officer is the secretary to council, senate, congregation, and so on. So this registrar is responsible for the daily application of rules and regulations. So with that information, I need to let you know that there is schism between administrators and academic staff. And even when you are also in private organizations, I want to believe that something like this also takes place. Schism between administrators and academic staff. Academic staff perceive that administrators they have a feeling that we are superior to them. Whereas there was a time I went to Oxford Brookes and I was baffled at their table when they were meeting. I was invited to the meeting to at least see what was going on there. There was no way you could differentiate who was the chairman. That's the kind of that was the kind of relationship that was existing in such a place. You know your role and you perform your role effectively. Nobody needs to tell you that, oh, you are administrator, you are the vice chancellor. If I was asking who was the chairman until somebody now spoke, so there's a feeling, particularly in Nigeria, that we are superior, and the academic staff in most institutions, particularly in Nigeria, public universities, they want to be the chairman of this, chairman of that. Whereas the experience I had in Redeemers University, if you can deliver, we, as much as possible, we gave activities to those who could deliver. I remember somebody who was head in student support services. He did the job so well that there was no way anybody could say, no, I'm an academic staff, I will perform better than this one. So there are schisms between these two categories of staff. They also believe that, administrators, oh, all commerce affairs. Then there are some who have occupied that position before because of their poor work behavior. Uh, they were obstructive and then power drunk and unyielding. And so every attempt to ensure that they whittle down whosoever will occupy such positions, they want to try as much as possible to whittle down their powers. So then the fear of being controlled by the rules and regulations. Oh, academic staff particularly don't like to be controlled. I need to say this. They don't want to, by the time you are citing rules and regulation, oh, they say, oh, we are human beings. No, we are not. The rules are made for human beings. They are not they are not to be controlled the way except you know exactly what you are doing. They want to let you know that, oh, this is not what we are called for. Now, academics detest being governed and directed. Now, one professor quoted by Dr. Awochusi in 2020, he said, "This is what the rules say. The regulation passed by Senate says this is this, and we tend to forget invariably that we are dealing with human beings and cannot afford to allow the rules and regulations to drive us into a corner where we fail to see the human beings." You know, that's the kind of feeling that many of them may feel, that, oh, you came in on board now to guide us. After all, we are the ones who own this who own the academic setting. Whereas, just like the 5 fingers in the hand, if one has whitlow, every part of the body we know, not just the hand. So that's the way we ought to work and ensure that things keep moving correctly. Now, let me take a look at the 8 core skills for a professional administrator. One, as a professional administrator, you need interpersonal skills. And you need to be familiar with numeracy, very conversant with it. Then self-initiative and decision making. We don't have to wait until we are thirsty before we dig our wells. We must, as a matter of fact, ensure that we try and develop some of these, in fact, all of these keys well ahead of time. Then problem solving, analytical skills. We need this. Organizing. This is a function of administration that we cannot run away from. Computing. We are talking to one another now from different parts. Everyone is located in very many far places. We are located far from each other, and we are talking from the comfort of our rooms, comfort of our offices. Why? Because computing has made it easy. Technology has made it easy for us. Then resilience, and we must be result oriented. Without this, some of us may not be able to perform at the level that we need to. I want to look at these 10 principles of good administration. One, we need to maintain accurate and comprehensive and accessible records. We must place adequate controls on the on the exercise of coercive powers. Some vice chancellors can come in. Some people can be one chairman or of a group or another, of one committee or the other. Except professional administrators rise to the challenge, they may not be able to control or, checkmate anyone who is about exercising coercive power. Actively manage unresolved and difficult cases. We must be able to heed the limitations of information technology systems. You may do all the planning. If you are not familiar with that technology, one may embarrass himself. So we must know the limitation of information technology per time. Then guard against erroneous assumptions. Professional administrators don't assume. We must guard against erroneous assumption. Then control administrative drift. With our rules and regulations, we must be able to guide and guard even the tradition of our organizations. Then remove obstacles to prudent information exchange with other agencies and bodies. We must promote effective communication in our agency. We must also manage complexity in decision making. After all, particularly in the university system, we run a committee system, and a committee is made up of so many people, one technical person, a professor in one place or the other, and all of us will come together with our knowledge of administration. We should be able to manage complexity in our decision making. And finally, checking for warning signs of bigger problems. So even when meetings are starting and members are talking from one perspective or the other, as administrators, as professional administrators, we must be able to look at the future. What if, particularly if we take this decision, what will happen thereafter? So we must be able to check for warning signs of bigger problems. So now, in our setting as administrators, we must be careful, we must be sure that we keep the right company and have the right mindset. Look at the picture on the screen. Say you are a chicken, and chicken do not soar. So if you allow people to talk down on you, if you allow you wear the chicken's mentality that you cannot soar, then such a person may not enjoy what he or she is doing. I remember the very first registrar in Ekiti State University. Then it started at Obafemi Awolowo University and then University of Ado Ekiti. The first registrar there, Chief J.G. Adegbite, he had 2-1, and he made bold that he could have become one of the very best lecturers if he wanted to be. So don't allow anyone to make you feel inferior on this profession. We all need each other to excel in a system. Now, attitude of an outstanding professional administrator. Now we have a lot to learn from the ants. From the ants, we need an attitude of initiative. We must be ready and willing to take initiative at all times. Number 2, we need a nature of integrity. I want to warn us as professional administrator, don't in any way owe anyone anything. The moment you do anything that they can use to haunt you, then you will not be able to tell the truth at all times. Test for industry. Without anyone asking you to do what you need to do, keep doing it and do it very well. Then source of insight. So we have a lot, these 4 things to learn from the ants. Again, I read this book many years ago. One thing I love doing, particularly when I have occasion to travel, I always ensure that 1 or 2 books must follow me from that journey. So in 2009, when I went to Oxford Brook and Oxford Brookes University, as well as Oxford University, I bought this particular book. And I have discovered these 7 priorities for a professional administrator. If you want to move from obscurity to limelight, fall in love with what you do. Fall in love with what you do. Now, if you see professional footballers, if you see them, you will know that they just love what they are doing. That is it. And also, you and I, if we are in this business, we need to fall in love with it. That's why you see them, they fire shots and they smile after. No frowning. So they love what they do, and you, as a professional administrator, also, you need to fall in love with what you are doing. Now, you also must believe you can do it. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot soar. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot do it. Number 3, deliver results. Deliver results. 4, be 100% trustworthy. Number 5, understand the importance of importance. In other words, you must know what is important. If you don't know what is important, you will have to do what is important to someone else. If you can't identify what is important to you, then you are going to run that same errand for someone else. So there is another one I got there. I said, go mad. In other words, he said, go make a difference. Anywhere you are, make a difference. I once worked with a leader who said, if you post me and make me the deputy registrar in charge of toilets, he said people will spend more time in the toilet because the place will be so clean that you will know that a professional has worked there. Now, go the road less traveled. Now, some of us now, we are here now listening to one another. I am going to learn from you, and you are picking one or two things from what I'm also saying. This is one of the roads less traveled. Training is one of the roads less traveled. And if you want to triumph in life, you have to undergo training. That's just the most one of the roads less traveled that you and I. Now, I mentioned the other time footballing. Greatest of all times, you want to say GOAT. If nobody can become a professional, nobody can become someone who can be called greatest of all times without doing some things. You have to pay, you have to sacrifice a lot. Look at this man. The man here is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, apart from the non-conventional coach that his club will have, he has his own personal coach. So, incredible fitness, rigorous workout routine, unwavering discipline, commitment to maintaining a consistent training schedule, proper dietary habits. So they don't just eat anything, they don't just use any drug. Otherwise, they will be disgraced. High intensity interval training, then cardiovascular training to maintain peak fitness. As professional administrators, you must know also to ensure that you are fit at all times. If we are not fit, there is no way one will be able to do what he needs to do. Now, I want to read two stories about two people here. One is the first story is on a woman who the vice chancellor or the president of that university had to write specially to her to come and rescue them. He said on March 28, 1923, Yale President James Rowland Angel wrote to Miss Cora C. Coburn in Chicago with a cry for help for the university. He said, we are in trouble here at Yale over our commons. So professionals bring themselves to such a level that they can be invited to come and deliver others from trouble. Now, if you read that story very well, you will see that that woman did so well that even when she died, there was a special obituary written by Times. As at that time, nothing like that was written on a woman. So what am I trying to say? We need to ensure that if we want to get out of obscurity to limelight, we must get ourselves to the level that we can be invited and say, oh, we are in trouble here. Please come and rescue us. Now, another one, there was another professional. On Thursday, 18th March 1982, an interview was held for the vacant post of registrar and secretary to Council of University of Ibadan. Ekanem Ita was the senior of the two and had interviewed impressively, quoting the act of the university freely from memory. and citing facts and figures with similar ease. CEO Arowolo had undoubtedly been a good candidate, but there was only one position vacant. So usually life will always get to that. When I was in Rome, I kept telling my people that life is like an inverted cone. At the lower part of the cone, you have so many people. And as you are going, as time is progressing, eventually you will have only one. And that played out during this particular interview. There was only one vacancy, and that number one was the one who could pick it. So we need to develop ourselves and become what I call a class act. A class act. Somebody who is exemplary, somebody who is exceptional. So, and I have listed out some of the attributes of a class act. If you want to be a professional, ensure that you live by your own highest standards. Maintain dignity and grace under pressure. Focus and improve the behavior of others. Operate from a larger inclusive perspective. Increase the quality of every experience. You are going to meet with people, and it's better for you to ensure that you increase the kind of expectation when you interact, something that they can remember you for. Benefits of being a class act. It helps to build stronger relationships. It increases credibility. It enhances reputation. And it reduces stress. You know, it's good for you to do one thing once. When you know what you are doing, just do it once and ensure that you do it very well so that you don't have to repeat what you do. Now it brings personal satisfaction. You are happy that you have passed through a particular place. If you are taken from that place, you know that, oh, you have done your very best in that location. Now, there are tools for professional administrators. We wear so many hats, from planning, organizing, staffing, communication, coordination, directing, reporting, budgeting, data-driven decision making. Some of these tools include university management software. You know, it's good for each university, particularly to if you have the capacity to develop this kind of software yourself, and it will be of tremendous assistance. Project management software, then communication and collaboration tools such as Zoom, Google Suite, Slack, GoToMeeting. I want to appreciate my sister Fola, for introducing me to a new one here now. We are using another one today. So I appreciate you dearly. Life is all about learning. So business intelligence tools such as Soho Analytics, MS Power BI, Google Analytics, learning management systems such as Blackboard and Canvas. All of this, you keep meeting them, and it's better for us to do as much as possible, learn and move on, because you keep seeing quite a number along the line. Now, I believe that professionals are made. None of us was born a professional. We all developed to become one. So any skill can be mastered with deliberate practice. I've mentioned here four keys to mastering any skill. One, motivation. You must be focused. Number three, ensure that you have feedback. Then ensure that if you have done it very well, repeat it so that you won't forget. And if possible, it is possible for you to train others. By doing so, it becomes such a skill becomes internalized. Now, expertise equals intense practice plus coaching. You know, if you don't have a coach, it is possible for you to keep repeating something that is not. So that's the essence of having one. So ordinary practice is not enough. World-class performance is not for the impatient or faint-hearted. So those who are fainted-hearted will not be, we can never become world-class. Go and ask those international professional footballers. They will tell you that, oh, it is not for the impatient. It's not for faint-hearted people. It takes prolonged guidance of mentors. Quite a number of us, we have been here now. We know that we have passed through one mentor or the other. Some of them, the way they put us through, it was through some tough training, and you must learn from every one of them. So, expertise requires struggle, sacrifice, honesty, and painful self-discipline. We need all of this to ensure that we keep moving. Now, there are no shortcuts to professionalism. If you want to take a shortcut, you will be sure that shortcut will lead to dead end very shortly. So it's good for you to ensure to know that there are no shortcuts to professionalism. Do what you need to do and do them very well. Practice what I call the Noah's principle. Now, somebody defined that principle as no more prizes for predicting the rain. Prizes are only awarded for building the ark. You remember Noah in the Bible. He predicted, oh, there will be rain. However, as soon as he was telling them flood was coming, he went ahead and built the ark. So ensure you are also trustworthy. I've mentioned this one before. I said, oh, no man, anything. Reinvent yourself and your career. Practice the golden rule. The golden rule says you ensure that what you want to take from others is what you try and do to others. So don't treat them anyhow. If you treat others shabbily, you are sure that you are going to have the same thing. Don't blame others. Take responsibility. Stay hungry for quality results. Don't lower your quality. Now, I'm sure if any of you, all my participants today, if you are to choose a product from China or that from Japan, you are likely to choose that from Japan. Why? Because over the years, we have discovered that some products came from China, that they have lowered the quality, and they say, oh, this one is Chinese product. And it is not something very good. So as professionals, don't lower your quality. Don't lower your standard. If you are taken to a particular place where there is no pressure, do what you need to do, even if you are taken to a place where there is pressure. So I also want to say that stay fearless and courageous. So, and when you are doing this, it will be better, it will be easy for you they will know you for who you are. A proverb says, truth is heavy. Only few people carry it. Only few people can carry truth. So, truth is heavy. Only very few people can carry it. So, those who can afford to have you, those who can trust you, we know that man is courageous, he's fearless, he will tell you the truth. Go to him. Start locally and endeavor to go global. All of those people that are playing in Europe, all of them that are doing one thing or the other all over the world, they started locally before they went globally. So, and finally, ensure that you prepare. Take time to prepare. If you don't prepare, it will show. It will show. So ensure that you prepare as much as possible. Professionals who emerge from obscurity, they emphasize mentoring. They engage in purposeful networking and also mentorworking. Like what our sister is doing now on Administrative Hub. What she is doing is mentorworking. Quite a number of people brought together. And ordinarily, it would have been possible for her to gather all of those people together physically. And through that method, quite a number of people are being reached today. So professional administrators must belong to relevant professional bodies. I have taken time to list quite a number, both in Nigeria, abroad, In Australia and New Zealand, we have ATEM. In USA, I belong to one of them, AAUA. There is ACRAO. There is NASFA. In UK, you have AHEP, formerly known as AUA. I'm also a member of that group. There is CIPD. We have some of these things also in Nigeria, quite a number. They are on our platform today. I've seen quite a number of many bodies, professional bodies that are seen there. Then I belong to another one in South Africa called AAA, formerly called HEFAF. Is in South Africa. Quite a number all over. So it is good for you to belong to one or two or more. Through your participation in one network or the other, you get to know people. Without networking, your net worth cannot increase. So it's good for us to we network as much as possible. Now I've listed a number of steps to emerging from obscurity to limelight. One, identify your strengths. What are your skills? What your area of expertise, your passion. Set clear goals. Then you have to have a personal brand of yourself. Reflect your values, aspirations, and expertise. Then I have mentioned this issue of networking. Deliberately go into it. Then continuously share knowledge. When you share knowledge with others, what you know will only increase. Seek opportunities to do what? To lead. Embrace visibility. Then judiciously use social media. It's not everything that you comment on. Not everything you comment on. And when you make your comment or when you make your presentation on any social media, you should be sure that, oh, this is coming from a professional. Then continuous learning and adaptation. I told you earlier on, I said, Sister Fola has just introduced me to another software. And that is what we are using today. Now, challenges to emergence to limelight, resistance to change. I know everybody, we know that change is permanent, is the only thing that is permanent, but sometimes it's difficult for us to do so. Then increase scrutiny. When you come to limelight, it's like somebody who has just bought a new car, who said is afraid of robbers. You know, if you have a new car, you can be sure that, oh, everybody will be, oh, who is the owner of that brand new car? So some people are afraid of coming to limelight because they know that they will come under proper scrutiny. Now, navigating workplace politics. There is, even in the church, there is politics. So you need to ensure that you are able to, these are some of the challenges that you will see when you are emerging into limelight. Balancing priorities, managing criticisms and feedbacks, imposter syndrome, then managing stress and burnout. Time will not permit to continue to explain some of these things, but I want to say that it's a good thing for you to emerge from obscurity to limelight. As professional administrators, you must dump wrong thinking. Wrong thinking produces trash. Right thinking produces treasures. Cast away self-doubt. Self-doubt is treason against yourself. Stay out of your own way. In other words, don't obstruct yourself from emerging into limelight. Professionalism depends largely on you. Nobody can do it for you. You have to. It will involve your personal resources. It will involve your time. Determine to do what is important. Otherwise, you do what is important for others. By our accomplishment and not business, we are known as professionals. You remember that adage said, by their fruits, we shall know them. So also, by our accomplishment, we will be known as professionals, not through mere business. I will be rounding up by saying or asking a question. Can a rope hold back a full-grown elephant? Yes, it is possible. Never be a victim of the baby elephant syndrome. A baby elephant syndrome, when that elephant is just at a babyhood, they tie a rope on one of the legs, and that elephant will just continue. The baby elephant will just continue to move within that place, within a circle. After a while, just remove the rope, and you control that elephant. As big as giant as that elephant will be, it will just continue to move in such a circle. So break loose from every factor limiting your greatness and professionalism. Your mindset will determine what you become. There can be no professionalism without commitment, focus, purpose, and sacrifice. I want to sincerely appreciate all the participants, and I want to thank my sister Stafola Onyiloye for this great opportunity. I want to thank my brother and my colleague Ademola Dedeji of Redeemers University. So once again, I thank all the participants. I'm very grateful for listening to me this morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. So once again, I say thank you. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir, for that insightful and impactful presentation. Can we appreciate our facilitator for that
Wow.
awesome presentation?
Wow.
Yes. He has been able, our facilitator, Mr. Olukayode Akindele, has been able to do justice to the topic, the professional administrator emerging from obscurity into limelight. And we were told that a professional is someone who can do his best work when he doesn't feel like. We were also told about the difference or the differences between a novice and a professional. We were made to understand that a novice pays attention to the sweet side, while a professional leaves no stone unturned. We're also told that a novice stays at the comfort zone, while a professional engages in purposeful practice to tackle and solve problems. Amongst others, we were also told the two types of administration, that is the public administration and the private administration. We were also taken through the categories of administrators, policy administrators, academic administrators, and career and professional administrators. In order to conclude this, we were told that there are 7 priorities for a professional administrator to move from obscurity to limelight. He said, number 1 is to fall in love with what you do. That number 2 is to believe that you can do it. Number 3 is to deliver results. And number 4, be 100% trustworthy. Number 5, understand the importance of important. And number 6, go mad. That is, go made a difference. And number 7, go the road less traveled. It is on this note, because of time factor, that I would like us once again to appreciate renowned and astute administrator for that wonderful presentation. And after that, I would like to welcome, yes, thank you very much. I would like to welcome questions from participants. We can please type our questions, and the facilitator is here to answer, give accurate answers to our questions. Thank you. We can send in our questions, please. We can send in our questions. I strongly believe that a presentation like this should actually warrant quite a number of questions from participants that would actually make us to learn, unlearn, and relearn again. Probably we should give like 2-3 minutes for people to actually send in their questions.
While we wait for persons to send in their questions, let me also let our presenter of today know that a lot of appreciation. We have quite a number of appreciation here on the platform. Great presentation. Thank you, sir, for the insightful lecture from Abuad, from Landmark University, from all over. Persons saying thank you to you, sir, for the very insightful presentation. We have also typed that they should type their questions on the chat. We'll be expecting them to bring up their questions. But I tell you that the presentation today has been very explicit.
Absolutely.
And even if we do not have questions, it may, okay, we have Mr. Aziz Babatunde from Lautech saying thank you. I know that you were with them recently, and yes, I'm sure Mr. Aziz Babatunde is just enjoying him again. Okay. Someone is saying, can we have this piece of lecture in our email? Thank you. Yes, if you want to have this in your email, please register. Go and register. I think we have sent the links. Please go and click the link on registration to be a member of the administrators org, because we will forward it to everyone that is a member after now, at the permission of the presenter. So please join the, go and register as a member of the org and you'll be able to get it. Thank you. Like I was saying, there is also a way a presentation will be so explicit and persons are just thinking, okay, what next will I do with this presentation that I've had today? What will I do with myself? And what they're actually doing is writing down resolutions on how to become better. We'll wait a little more for them to see if they will come up with questions. How do I register? Please please check the links on the chat. We have sent the links to the chat. Please check the chat. You can go to the early part of the chat or the mid part of the chat. There was a point that we sent in. Just check out the post made by the administrators hub, and you will see it there. I think the link was sent in at 6:21 to register. Yes, 6:21. Please check that, and you'll be able to register. Questions? Okay. Fumilani, thank you, sir, for a very awesome and enlightening session. Okay, over to you now, ME.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. While we are still waiting for questions, please let us listen to the following announcements. Number one, our series of events in celebration of the week continue tomorrow, Thursday, April 25, 2024, to Saturday, April 27, 2024. Event details are captured on our program of events on our social media platforms and WhatsApp group. If you haven't, kindly click on the Google form link that was earlier shared to register for the administrators of membership. Number three, you can likewise click on the WhatsApp group platform that was earlier shared to join the administrators of WhatsApp group, where we share valuable and resourceful content from time to time. Number four, kindly subscribe to and like our YouTube channels via the link, the YouTube link that was earlier sent to. Number five, good news. It is actually good news. Our May 2024 edition will be expounding on AI tools that an administrator can engage in the workplace. Details will come hereafter. And number six, kindly visit our YouTube channel to replay this presentation and our previous events. Thank you for joining us on this platform. It is on this note that I welcome our host and convener, Ms. Adefunke Fola Oyinloye, for the appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. M.E. And I don't know how I can begin to say thank you to our facilitator and presenter today. It has been a sumptuous meal, a very filling and fulfilling meal. And I want to say, on behalf of everyone that has listened today, that will listen hereafter, I want to say a very big thank you to you, sir, for this very sumptuous meal, a well-researched meal that you have given to us. We are going home full, filled, and satisfied. And we're also going home to become better in the pursuit of assignment as administrators. So the host of people that are out there who are with us today, or will at some point or the other listen to this, I want us to leave this place with one thing, and that is the art of networking. I met Mr. Akindele when I was registrar at Landmark University, and he was registrar at Redeemers University. And immediately, a professional relationship that's been mutually beneficial was sparked off. And because of that, we're able to bring him in here today, pro bono. The kind of things we have had today, if it goes to other climes, thank you so much for clapping. If it goes to other climb, we know the kind of honorarium that it will be paid. But he also knows that we are doing this pro bono as a org, but we're able to bring him on the platform of networking and relationship. And that is one thing I want every one of us here to take away today. There is strength, there is power in networking and forming great relationships. So I want to say thank you. We do not take for granted the time, the resources, and all that you have pulled together, the experience over the years as a university administrator, all that you have pulled together, sir, to put this paper together for us today. It's something that we will listen to over and again. When you sent the slides to me earlier on, I said, this thing is already, my appetite is already being whetted. And sincerely speaking, we are not disappointed at all. Thank you so much for making this happen. Thank you so much for being supportive of all that we do on the administrators org. There are several times that Mr. Akindele will private chat me and just cheerlead me and encourage me and appreciate what we are doing on the whole. Thank you so much, sir, for all that. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Let me also, okay, thank you so much, sir. Let me also seize this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the members of the local organizing committee for the International Administrative Professionals Week. We have the chairperson, Mr. Sam Dari. We also have Mr. Oladayo Bitoye. Interestingly, they are just a two-man committee and they have done a great job. We appreciate you. We have also here with us this afternoon Mr. Isaac Akinpelu, who happens to be a member of the think tank of the Administrators Org. Thank you so much for all that you do to keep this org functioning and functioning well. Again, let me wrap up by appreciating Mr. Akindele. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this for us. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you very much, the host and the convener. As we close, please, I implore you that you are yet to join the Administrators Org. So please, after now, join the Administrators Org platform. It is a group that you cannot afford to do without because it is a platform that you would actually keep learning every day from. It is on this note that I would like to say the closing prayer now as we close. Shall we pray? Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for indeed granting utterance to the facilitator. Thank you because everyone on this platform has been blessed. Thank you, Lord Jesus, because after now, the impact of this presentation will result to positive results in our organizations. And indeed, we will move from obscurity to limelight. Thank you, faithful Father, for answer prayers. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Thank
Amen.
you, thank you, thank you
Amen.
for being part of this presentation. God bless you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
We are grateful. Bye.
Well,